tell y'all that there's a snake in the grass. He's about to be revealed and his head chopped off. So y'all just understand. Anyway, earlier today, they was loading the trailer and they was moving it over to a burn pile. There was an old burn pile, and there was about 4.5 foot fucking snake out there, and he chopped its head off, and then he picked it up with a shovel and he brought it over here, threw it on my hood, and I was like, no, no, no. So he picked it up and he put it back. He put it in the burn barrel, right? And it ain't got no head. The head is chopped off. This motherfucker. It's about that fucking big around. It's in the burn barrel, but half of it's hanging out the outside of the burn barrel. So this joker gonna be moving and shit. Y'all, god dang, y'all take it as it resonates. But it's moving and shit, moving around, no head at all. And it slithers up into the burn barrel. Well, I put a log out there on, I'm fitting to burn the motherfucker, okay? So I throw a log on there and get something and light it, and I throw it in there, and when I lit what I was fixing to throw in there, this joker gonna like coil up underneath that big log. No head. I mean no head, okay? And as the fire's getting hot and burning, it's going towards the fire. Like it's moving its body towards the fire. And I'm going, oh my God, because they're heat sensitive. Oh my God, it was so horrible to even watch that no-headed fucking dead snake to be fucking squirming around in that fucking barrel, y'all. Oh my God. I don't know, he threw some other stuff on top of it. You can still see some of it, but it's all charred up though. That joker was moving around in that fire for probably a good hour, moving in the fire. Dead, no head on it. That shit's crazy as hell, y'all. Take what resonates. Okay, something about taking a step back. Okay, we got the 7 of Cups, got the Devil, and we got the 5 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. Okay, taking a step back and gaining some kind of new perspective. Something about allowing yourself to be like daydreaming, or you're receiving some type of hits during your daydream, like when you're like when you go kind of zone out into your daydream, you're receiving some type of like a tangible ideas and stuff through that. Okay, and it says just believe in the impossible. It says feel your grief but know that things will get better. There's something coming to a reality check, from illusion to disillusion. Okay, someone is afraid to take some type of action. It says find your inspiration to take the action. Expansion of ideas, groups, and growth. It says honesty, openness, and success. Nobility for this Queen of Wands. Something is in your destiny. There's something in your destiny. Take that as it resonates. But you need to know. You need to gain some kind of new perspective on. Okay, what I feel like is going on is somebody has been like child trauma-based, of trust. Like you can't feel like you don't feel like you trust anybody. Okay, trust yourself. Trust yourself. Okay, trust your own discernment. Okay. And it says, and it's like you're snapping out of something. Like somebody was telling you that you didn't have what it took because they're jealous of you. That's what it looks like. But you're having some type of realization, or being shown some kind of realization. That's something to do with a Scorpio and a Capricorn. I told you. That was like trying to make you have like an self-doubt about yourself. Scorpio and a Capricorn. God dang. That shit right there hits right on point, man. God dang. Anyhow. So what is this new perspective that collective needs to gain, and what's it going to lead to? Take what resonates, y'all. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for these messages. Thank you. So what is this new perspective? It says, be careful of seeing things that are not there. Is that positive or negative? Is collective seeing positive or negative? What do you mean? It's just some type of false conflicts. Sometimes victory is not worth the price. Holding on too tight can stop something from moving forward. So you're cutting off something. You're cutting something away that might have been you might have been attached to. Maybe you was attached to somebody's what they thought about you. It says believe in your personal power. Yeah, you was thinking something about what others thought about you or something like that. Could be somebody you feel is important in your life, like your mom or something like that. You were concerned about their thoughts of you. This says justice, some type of planning and first steps. It says believe in your personal power, togetherness, union, balance, settled energy. Be careful seeing things that are not there. Sometimes the victory is not worth the price. Holding on too tight can stop you from moving forward. Believe in your personal power. Alright, give me 2 more cards here. Tell me what collective needs to know right here. It says something about grieving something. Take time out to answer. The answers will come. You're grieving over some type of, possibly an old relationship, not a romantic one. Possibly a relationship with your family or your mom or something. I keep hearing that. Y'all take that as it resonates. Look here. I'm telling you. This is something to do with somebody's relationship with their mom and holding on to something that hurt them. Their mom might have said something critical or something, and it held you back. Your mom might have been very critical of you. It says focus on your goals to bring great success. Something that somebody told you wasn't going to be successful at, you're proving them wrong. You're proving them wrong. Somebody told you you're not going to make no money, you're not going to be successful at whatever this gift is. And you didn't listen. You just kept going. I'm telling you, you're proving them wrong. Look at this. You proved this emperor wrong. But it also says you prove something to yourself, because it says own your own space with confidence. Speak your mind to solve your problems. You've overcome something that was like critic. Somebody was like a critic of something. It looks like something that you were saying or doing. Somebody was trying to say, no, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about, or some shit like that. And you were like, I'm going to keep doing it because this is the truth. I don't give a fuck what they say. You did. You said, I don't give a fuck what they say. I'm telling you, you're about to get some kind of public acclaim in some kind of leadership role. It says 9 of Swords, patience, unselfishness, control, decision made, finding help. Strength, selflessness, it says deeper meanings and optimism. So you're going to get some, you're about to get some kind of, it says you're waiting on divine timing, period. The 6 and the 9, there's something to do with a Cancer and an Aries. Is this Emperor representing collective? Remember, there's no sexes in the spiritual world. It can be a female or a male to stepping into their leadership role. Is that representing, it says, somebody that's protecting. So somebody's protecting collective. There may be a challenge, but you can face them. Somebody is asking you to be patient about something. Be patient with them, that they're new to this or something, I don't know. But this is talking about somebody overcoming some type of childhood trauma or adversity, being I don't know, somebody might have been prejudiced towards you or something like that, and you've overcome it with your own having the answers for yourself. You overcome something that was like a childhood, like, it kept holding you back over and over again. Well, mama said this, or mama said that. You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking water boy. Everything's the devil. It's all the devil. And you were like trying to people please a mother figure or it could be your stepmom. It's some type of mother figure that was like critical and real. Like you were very talented at the things that you did. Like you might have been writing poetry or something like that. And this person had jealousy because you were good at it. And they fucking criticized every drop of it. And you were like, I must not be too good at it because I respect this person. This person said this stuff about it. And it like blocked you off. It like blocked you. Because you always had that like in your mind about that what they said. I'm telling you. And you broke free of something. You cut some bullshit out and stepped into your power. Defended yourself. Because you kept going. Look, you defended yourself, collective. You just kept going. Look, you just knew. And with time, slow and steady wins the race. If you gung-ho, you're going to end up wearing yourself out before you get to the end of the race. I'm telling you. And you just took your time. You just kept building and building and building. Every time they tried to knock down your tower, you just build it back up. You'd build another one right beside it. I'm telling you. Open your heart and receive the emotions around you. Unconditional love, new feelings, new friendships, beauty, opulence, pleasure, and self-love. Is collective about to move off? It looks like you're cutting out some kind of toxic family dynamic. Something that was toxic in your... something that was toxic, you're cutting it away. Taking charge of your own life. You're not going to let them influence you by their negativity anymore. What is collective's advice? It says you're going to find a new friends, new relationships, and you're going to move on and take control of your own life. Everything you've planned has worked out. Belonging, happiness, lasting success, home, feeling blessed, generosity, contentment, and family. Be happy with the results of your actions. Fertility, beauty, happiness, nature, pleasure, development, and success. King of Swords is behind something. This is your advice. You're going to go find some kind of new... It says, final manifestation, completion, and the results of true will. One more card. This is advice for collective. What the fuck? Serendipity. Own your space with confidence. It says, don't let your focus close you to new ideas. Wowzers, man. This is some kind of true connection right here that's happening. The two of y'all are going to, like... It looks like y'all are leaders and there's going to be some kind of following. Or something to that effect. Because this is serendipity. This is coming straight from God. 4-4, y'all. Said Cancer and an Aries. What the fuck? I can't hardly handle Aries, y'all. I just say it. I gotta say it out loud, too. What? Clarify. I want you to clarify these. It says the lovers. That's you and somebody else coming together in some type of leadership role over some type of maybe teaching. Y'all are going to teach something together to somebody, or y'all already did. Y'all may have already did. Look, it's being exposed. This really feels like somebody wants to marry you. I mean, it really does. Y'all see them two cards that look like the Justice of the Peace and the fucking Four of Wands? What does that look like to y'all? with a 10 of cups and an empress and emperor back to back. What the fuck? Hold on, man. Am I reading something out here wrong? Somebody's overcome something about their parents. You're going to find out some kind of truth. Or you're the parent. You'll find out about some children. This is crazy. Clarify the emperor and the empress. Why y'all trying to do that but don't come out? Page of Cups in reverse. Flatterer. Divination from the path. Or deviation from the path. Somebody was daydreaming about something. It says that's the truth. Somebody was having fantasies. Fantasies about some kind of path. Don't let your emotions get in the way. That's a fantasy. That's some type of... You're the emotional one. And they're asking this emperor to speak the truth to solve this problem. This emperor needs to speak his truth and quit lying or hiding. Because he's hiding from something. He's not speaking the truth. He's being advised to speak the truth. It's because it's causing a lot of conflict. It's causing a lot of conflict that's unneeded. Tell me what this 10 of Cups is. It's some kind of new beginning. That's where your emperor is. In this 10 of Cups. This new place. Or your empress. Is collective about to go somewhere to a new place? And looks like you're being like called by somebody to come here. The Queen of Swords. Don't let your focus close you to new ideas. Queen of Cups. It says it has ended, finished, better, or worse. Somebody wants to marry you and give you some type of financial institute. I'm telling you. There was some type of conflict with the people that were there or something. That somebody was there. Okay. So, I resonate with this Empress. So, I'm going to leave this Empress right here. And I'm going to leave this Emperor right here, okay? I feel like that there was either some kind of false marriage. And you're about to find out about it. Like somebody was faking. That's faking. Somebody was faking. In some type of intense situation. Like they was... Somebody could have been faking they was in love. We're going to leave them two out here. Them are the main characters in this 10 of Cups. King of Swords is learning to take life as it comes. Okay, so put a card between the Emperor and the Empress. Put a card, we're going to say it like this, the Empress and the Emperor. We're going to put it the other way around, because she's right here and he's right there. Connect the two and how they're connected. Like, how are they connected? Look, both stars. Both of these people are online or something, and he's recognizing her. I swear he is. Has this Emperor been watching this Empress? Yep, looking right at her. Believe in your personal power. Justice, planning, first steps. He's watching you. 2, 3, 4. He's watching you. He's watching you. He's watching you go through some kind of bouncing back from some kind of struggles. Overcoming some kind of struggles. He's been watching this. He may have been going through the same things. Has this Emperor been going through the same thing at like the same exact... This is somebody, I don't believe you know this person, but God has showed them to you. He's been watching you. This Emperor's been watching you. Might have caught you by chance or caught you in the past, and then something happened and they forgot, and they found you again. There was some type of Possibly some type... He might have seen you as a rival. Because you were that good. I'm telling you. Y'all are equals. This person may have seen you as a rival. But now is seeing something else. Well, it says the Queen of Swords in reverse. Very critical, very bitter. Oh, that's what it is. He saw you as being like a boss too. I'm telling you. This person sees you as very strong. A very strong person. What's going on with this Emperor? Justice. Says you deserve some kind of justice. Use your intuition to set your moral compass. You've changed. You led him down the right path. I'm trying to tell you, he was on the wrong path. He found you, and now he's found his golden ratio. I'm telling you, he's a fan. Is this Emperor on this reading right here an obsessed fan? Because he's got to be obsessed. He's obsessed with his star. The similarities between y'all. But he saw you as competition. And tried to knock you out of the game, I guess. Is this Emperor obsessed with this Empress? Watching this Empress? It says, keep your eye on your goals. He's obsessed. He's obsessed with you. Love of life, it says. Love of life. He's obsessed with you. You're golden. And he's in some type of situationship. He's in a situationship with a cold, bitter person. That he looks like he married him. Is this Emperor getting out of this situationship? Or is it over? It says, express your creativity with compassion and emotion. It says, take action on your ideas. Life is moving ahead. And it says, the Ace of Cups. He was in a bad relationship. There wasn't nothing but arguments and competition. It looks like he divorced him. Because he found you. This Emperor found you. Like, come across you or something at one time and seen you as competition. Came back across and seen that y'all are just alike. That y'all went through, y'all have been through the same kind of shit. This person may have had somebody in their ear saying that you were bad. I don't think you... Does Collective know this Emperor, like, personally? Yes or no? Oh, wow. You know them barely. They left. Somebody met briefly and they left. To go do some kind of work. Y'all are the same. Y'all about to come together. And defend some kind of work that y'all do. Maybe police. Maybe some type of law work. Y'all about to come together and defend it together. Y'all going to be like the Justice League. Y'all take that as it resonates. It looks like undercover work. But undercover work, let me say this. You may have already been working undercover, not realizing it. Do you understand? Like you have information. And information seems to come. You don't fuck with nobody. That's the craziest part about the whole shebang to me. You don't talk to nobody. You're kind to people, you know, cordial and that. But you don't really, like, you don't feel the need that you need to hang out with them or nothing. And I'm not saying that like that. I am saying it like that, but I'm not, okay? You don't feel the need. Like, you're just perfectly content being by yourself than to be in a crowd of people that are gossiping and shit like that. You don't give a fuck about shit like that. Like, you don't care about being around that kind of shit. But it's so fucking crazy that you can not talk to nobody, not fuck with nobody. You can go to the grocery store and motherfuckers start telling you all kinds of shit. And you're like, yeah. But you retain all of it. You don't pay much attention to it. Then you add it together when there's something comes up. You're like, oh, that's why she was saying that. That's why she was fucking saying that. So you put it all together, but you don't fuck with people. They just come tell you shit. It's like meant for them to come tell you. Because they can't do nothing about it because of their fear. But you're not attached to it at all. You can give a fuck about fear about it because you're not attached to it. Like that sorry motherfucker detective killing that damn girl on 4th of July. People come to you, was telling you all about some shit. And you're not attached to it. So you can just, no fear, express it on some type of line, like public forum. It doesn't have to be like YouTube or something like that. It could be you going to the city hall and saying, you tell these motherfuckers to leave me alone, you little fucking crooked fucking police force. You better tell these motherfuckers to leave me alone. Y'all all going. You might have went in there and said something like that. Could have been all three. You could have just been saying whatever the fuck you want to say because you're not in fear of it. I don't fear that shit. Fuck these motherfuckers. They gonna keep doing the most and God's gonna fucking he's taking notes is all I can say. These dumb motherfuckers want to keep doing the most to you. Let them keep doing it because you're protected. They fixing to fucking fall on their faces. This emperor was going through the same shit in some kind of different area. People come to this emperor and tell this emperor all kinds of stuff. I'm telling you, something feels like that this emperor was going through some type of separation or some kind of, there was some kind of split with Queen of Swords in reverse. And this Queen of Swords in reverse had people attacking both of y'all. She's some kind of witch. She's got some kind of book or something. Like she was in jail. She might have been in jail. Or she was having these people attack both the Empress and the Emperor. Somebody that's upset that this Emperor don't want them. I'm telling you, this Emperor is obsessed with watching you. I wouldn't even call it stalking. It's like, if they're not watching you, it's driving them crazy that they're thinking about you. They don't know you like that. They don't, because they think about you like when they go to like make their dinner and stuff. It'll cross their mind, and they was even like a. Funny. Take it as it resonates, y'all. They was even like thinking that they talks off of like YouTube or something, so they didn't be like constantly like watching you. I'm telling you, they might have unsubscribed or something and couldn't do it. Kept coming back and subscribed again. I'm telling you, this person's like going back and forth, or if you're good or bad. If you're a good person or because of something that somebody might have planted in there. Somebody might have planted something and said and made, you know, like some kind of separation spell or something. It backfired on them and they got separated. You understand? That leaves open door, that leaves opportunity for you and this Emperor to connect somehow. Yeah, that's not this Emperor. You're talking about some type of karmic or something. That's not this Emperor. This Emperor's been through the same thing. This reading right here ain't that reading. Okay, Robin? This reading is about somebody that's just exactly like you. Been watching you or come across you or something, and now They're like, why does collectives keep staying in my head? Like, I don't even know that person, but something they said triggered me. They keep hearing your voice, saying shit, stuff like that. This ain't the same. Those are the karmic people. All those are the karmic people. You know, that's about to come to an end, too. Because somebody in the higher-ups about to get busted, and it's going to fall like fucking dominoes. Because there is somebody watching that situation. But there's somebody else. Y'all seen the first 3 cards? There's somebody else that's been watching you like a fan. Like somebody that feels some type of connection when you can't figure it out. Well, they're getting prepared. They've cut out some kind of karmic relationship. It looks like that karmic relationship, that Queen of Swords, was like some kind of setup for this Emperor, for these group of people to like be a voice in his ear or something. Because that wasn't love. The Emperor and the Queen of Swords in reverse wasn't love. It was like some kind of setup. But you've been in the same position. You was in the same position at some point. Okay, you know how you've went through all these elevations and rebirths and that and that and that? Well, you were like miles ahead, okay? You was like miles ahead. And something happened, and it put this Emperor energy, boosted him into the Emperor energy. Do you understand what I'm saying? When he let go of that karmic Queen of Swords in reverse. Should you leave your relationship or stay? I say you should probably leave. If you're thinking that, you answer your own question. If you didn't have no doubt, you wouldn't have, your answer would be stay. But you have doubt, so you're answering your own question. If you feel like you have an option of leaving or staying, you should probably leave. If it feels like that, I'm just saying. Because if you felt confident about staying, you wouldn't fucking ask that question, man. That's speaks for itself. That speaks for itself. Okay? Those kind of questions, I don't want to get on to y'all, but that is just, it speaks for itself. Should I stay or should I leave? Well, you're not fucking happy or you wouldn't be debating on leaving. Right. You wouldn't be going, man, should I stay with him? Should I leave? I apparently don't love him because I'm thinking about leaving his dumb ass. Man. Just saying. What are you trying to talk yourself into leaving, Miranda? Are you trying to talk yourself into leaving? Is that why you asked the question? You're financially dependent on him. Yep. You're financially dependent on him. He's King of Pentacles. That's why you don't know whether you should leave or stay. Okay. Well, let's find out if Miranda should leave or stay. Right, for yes, she should leave, because that's the first one. Should I leave? That's the first thing she said, y'all. Should I leave my relationship or stay? It says, Ace of Wands in reverse. Telling you to leave, baby. You should leave. And it says, look, you don't feel like you can defend yourself against this person or whatever. So leave. You ask. I'm just telling you the truth. You need to leave that relationship. You're not allowed to make money. You're not allowed to have your own money. You need to get the fuck out of that relationship and go make your own fucking life. Somebody's trying to hold you down with finances, like keep you. That's what they're trying to do. So there's your answer. Find yourself love. Love yourself enough to know that that ain't love. Okay? You've been lying to yourself. I swear somebody's trying to keep you. Like, they won't let you work. Dumb shit like that. Somebody's controlling over you. They won't let you work. They won't let you have your own money. They'll go out and take you out to do things, but it's what they want to do. You ask. There's your answer. You're going to go out on your own. Start making money. You just got to have the courage. They make you feel like you got to have them, like you need them. That's what they're doing. They're trying to control you by, how are you going to make it? You're not going to make it. You don't even have a job. Blah, 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 blah. Controlling you. Get the fuck out of there. Leave that relationship. It does not boast either, Tracy. It does not boast for the things that it does for you. Love doesn't. Love wants to willingly do it. It won't boast over it. What do you say and spell narcissist for? Narcissistic? Well, sometimes there's people that aren't, okay, that word gets flung around a lot. Narcissist is a pretty serious fucking thing, okay? And it gets flung around a whole hell of a lot, okay? Sometimes the person that is in the controlling position isn't a narcissist. Sometimes being placed in that controlling position puts a lot of responsibility on that person. And they're just trying to manage it in a manner that is doable for them, okay? But that doesn't mean that they're absolutely a narcissist, okay? In that situation right there, she gave her power to him. Do you understand? When she said, okay, I'll quit my job. Okay, I'll bow down, whatever you say. And then the power kind of went to his head. Because then he was the only responsible one in the relationship. The only one. He had to make sure all the bills are paid, make sure that she's got what she needs, make sure he's got what he needs, make sure that this and that and another. Okay? That puts a lot of pressure on a person, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's a narcissist. If he was in a different scenario, he may not be like in that, because he may feel a lot of pressure taking care of another being, even if it's a grown-up or a child. That's not easy. But it could be the case that he wanted to take the reins and control, and now that he's got the control, he's putting stipulations on her. Do you understand? That would be more of a narcissist act. Now that he fought and gained the control, but she gave it to him immediately because she needed some kind of stability of a home or something. She gave him the power immediately. She never even fucking tried to fight it because she thought she was going to be taken care of or what have you. Do you understand? Yeah, kind of like holding her, but maybe against his own will, on his own will. Like feels an obligation that he told her not to work. Do you understand how it goes, how it works like that? But neither party is happy in that relationship now. It wasn't meant to work out. Neither party's happy. She's stuck at home sitting there waiting on him to tell her what she can do. And he's worried about all the shit that he's got to pay and take care of. That relationship is not working out. Sometimes they're not supposed to. Sometimes you're supposed to get in these relationships so you can learn from them. what to do and what not to do. That's good. Congratulations, Tracy. Clean for 4 years, y'all. Maybe he wants to leave. Maybe he does. Maybe he wants to leave, but he's afraid that he's going to leave her in a bind. You understand? And he's unhappy because he's taking care of somebody that he don't want to be with. Both ways. It just seems like that the relationship has found its finish. Shit. I mean, it's found its end. Sometimes that happens. It don't always have to happen in some big fucking spectacular fireworks, fucking dynamite exploding and bombs going off. It don't always have to end like that. Sometimes it's just like y'all grew out of each other and it's time to separate. You go your way, you go your way. And when it's in that type of aura, there is a hope or a chance of a friendship forming from it, because both parties are in equal agreement. This ain't working. We can be friends. We know each other so well, like, but this ain't working. You know, but somebody's gonna have to be the first one to say that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna have to be the first one to say, baby, I love you. This ain't working. If they say why ain't it working? What's not working? Say it. None of it is working. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right. I'm not happy. It's not that I don't have loving feelings for you and caring feelings for you and care about what happens to you, but I'm not happy, and that's not self-love. That's not loving me. So, relationships, you can say, are hard work, but a true, real relationship is going to flow like the river. I'm telling you, a true equal respect and equal honor in a true relationship, it's not going to feel like work. It's not going to feel like work. You're going to feel at ease and comfortable, like you can just be yourself. And them too. But relationships that aren't meant to be together, that is hard fucking work. That's double time work, baby. You should get paid double time for that shit, okay? She put on a sticky note, what the hell, and left? Is that what she did, Firefly? That's probably the best way. It's probably the best way. Look, Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor because your perspective is changing. You're changing your perspective, growing a little bit. Well, that's your parents, Firefly. I bet they wasn't happy fighting like hell. I can guarantee you they wasn't happy fighting like hell. But back in the day, there wasn't no such thing. They didn't believe in divorce. But see, the thing about that, Firefly, let me tell you this, okay, sweetheart? Your parents ain't gonna tell you all the shit they done to each other. You might have seen the yelling and screaming, but you didn't see them going fucking around on each other and going out and doing this and that with somebody else and that and that and that. You didn't see all that, right? No. Because if they're fighting like hell for 50 years, one-sided relationship. There's something one-sided about it. One was trying to keep the love and one wasn't. So take what resonates. I don't give a fuck how old you are. Oh, yes, you did what? You did what? Cried like a baby? Because your parents fought for 50 years? I'm sure you did. That may be the trauma. That may be the childhood trauma that I'm talking about here on the table. Okay, that don't have any fucking thing. I'm sure that they're past. You're 62. God almighty. Okay. Say whatever you want to say, Firefly, because you're not listening to me. Just because they stayed together for 50 fucking years don't mean they were happy. That does not imply happiness. Maybe they stayed together for your crybaby ass. Maybe that's why they fought all the fucking time, because your crybaby ass. Motherfucker. Talking shit. Maybe that's why they stayed together. Didn't have nothing to do with them loving each other. Maybe they accidentally made your crybaby ass and then they were stuck with each other. Maybe. Since you know everything about it, you gonna tell me nuh-uh and shit? Why you fucking asking then? You saw them fight. That was really, really comforting and positive for you, wasn't it? For 50 fucking years. I know it was. I know you was miserable because they was. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? They was miserable and it was just going down. It just streaming down to the kids. That's probably where the childhood trauma's coming in. Because of something like you observed the way a man should treat a woman in a negative manner. Do you understand? But you still endured it till you was in your 18s and stuff. That's called childhood trauma. Being a child, not an 18, but less than 18. Childhood. I know you didn't leave when you was 6. I know you didn't leave when you was 8. You watched it. Right, you stayed single because of the trauma. And see, that has stolen something from your life. Are you understanding me now? You staying single has stolen your chance to find real love because you don't know how to relate to it. You never watched it. All you did was watch chaos, and it was labeled love. But that's not what real love is. You know, finding the real love in yourself. Knowing that you're not them. Knowing that you're not your mom. You're not your dad. You have your own beliefs and your own thoughts about the whole situation. You have your own beliefs and thoughts about what you think was going on in their situation. But it probably isn't what you think was going on. It was probably something totally that you don't even have no idea. But it was something that was major and it lasted. Somebody couldn't let it go. One of the two of them couldn't let it go. They took you, they killed your parents and then took you. Right. Right. And see, back then, it was a big stigma. People didn't get divorced. They didn't willy-nilly go get divorced like they do these days. Okay? And I'm going to tell you this too. A lot of times, these parents were extremely young. Because there were different laws back then. I mean, like 40-year-olds could have a 17-year-old wife. Shit like that back then. But there wasn't no, you don't get divorced. Do you understand? That wasn't a thing you did back then. You don't get fucking divorced. You get married if you get pregnant, and you don't fucking get divorced from that stranger that you have made a baby with. You stay with that motherfucker. And get to know each other. That's how it was. That's why there was a lot of abuse going on back then. Like, there's a lot of abuse going on now. It was just wasn't talked about back then. And now it's talked about, but it's the same amount. All this shit they doing to these kids been going on since the beginning. Since the very beginning. Says it all through the Bible. They killing animals and children. In your case, how do you know that they killed your parents and took you? Thank you, Firefly. 17 and 18, yeah. That's see, Firefly, we don't know that Dad didn't go out and make another baby with another woman or some shit. We don't know. We don't know that part. Somebody's about to get a new beginning. It said the fool. Y'all take what resonates. We don't know that part, do we? We don't know that back then these men would have two families and neither family would know about the other family. We don't know that, do we, Firefly? That was common. It was common. Doesn't seem like it would be, but it was a common fucking thing. Especially if the parents were little kids when they got married because they got pregnant. Not because they were in love. They got married because they got pregnant and Dad made them. Other than that, the other alternative is the parents would make the girl go have an abortion. She'd have to go to some kind of off school somewhere and have an abortion and then come back. Like that never happened. So, let's take the good with the bad, and you probably wouldn't be here if they hadn't got married. You probably wouldn't be here. Just saying. But understand that comes from your parents' childhood traumas too, that were never healed and never faced. And see, right now, Firefly, we just like come to a why you stay single, like why you don't want to be in a relationship. It's because of what you saw, what the trauma you went through, and you don't want to deal with the hassle. Okay, so that's the first step. Is analyzing the problem, what the problem could be, and then what do we do next? Well, we change our ways of thinking about it. Okay, because I'm not my mama. I might have some of what she taught me, but I'm not her. Like, in any kind of way. That's like comparing yourself and saying you just like your sister or brother. Please. Just because they're your parents don't mean you got to act like them or be like them or think like them. They're just your parents. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know you are. I know you are. Do you have brothers and sisters? No brothers and sisters, just you. That says a lot. A lot. That says a lot. Is your brother in a relationship? Your brother's in a relationship. Your brother's in a relationship. Yeah, it's just like your dad. That's what you're afraid of. It says the moon card, the page of cups, and the 6 of cups. Some kind of message. Some kind of clear message is about to come to you. Yeah. That's point of view from childhood trauma, though. You remember that. You got to remember that when you carry around childhood trauma, your point of view is skewed. You're gonna have to heal from that childhood trauma, because your point of view is skewed. Your point of view is skewed about the female in that relationship because your mom was submissive and your dad was abusive. In your brother's relationship, the female may have a little power and you don't like it. You don't like that he gives her that power. That comes from childhood trauma. You don't like the fact that he listens to her opinion. Shit like that. It's not that you meaning to not like it. It's that you're just like, that ain't how Dad would have done it. You understand? She messed around on your brother. You saw her? You understand what I'm saying to you? I hope you get it, Firefly. I hope you get what I'm saying to you. You can't hate on her. It's not her that you're upset about. You're upset about your parents. And I get it. I see things from all points of view. I get it. If somebody fucked around with my sister or whatever, I'd be pissed off too. But at the same time, what the fuck did my sister do? Was she fucking around too? I don't know that. I don't know that part. All I know is what I saw with my eyes. You actually seen the dick inside of her or something? I don't know. You seen her with somebody, or maybe your point of view was skewed and thinking that she was cheating when it wasn't. It was nothing. It could have been her cousin or something. You have no idea. I'm just saying. Now you've made this big illusion story around her because you don't like her. But your brother's still with her, so it ain't up to you. I'm just saying. Look, like Socrates says, I cannot teach anything. All I can do is make you think for yourself. It's all point of view, darling. Yeah, you in your own lane now? That's right, because your brother's it's only gonna make a problem between you and your brother. Because your brother might even know that she's cheating. If she is, he might even just push it. Hey, go get somebody and bring them here. We want a three-way, a threesome. You don't know that's not the case. Why are they going to tell you about it? They're not. They're not going to tell you, oh, we're getting freaky in here. We don't want you to know, brother. Okay. But all of it mostly, what you're dealing with, Firefly, mostly the childhood trauma of the traumatic part where you didn't have any say. You couldn't stop them from fighting. You didn't know why they were fighting. You took a lot of guilt on yourself. Is it because of me? Is it because of me and my brother and sister? Is that why they're fighting all the time? Because you didn't know. You didn't have all the facts. All you knew is how it was making you feel. And that's not even narcissist. It was just, that's the only perspective that you could even refrain to, is how it made you feel. And because it hurts you to see that, you blocked yourself off from receiving or giving and receiving love. And that's only hurting you. But we all go through it. So y'all, I'm just telling you, we all go through these and we all have to heal over them, okay? I'm not beating you up or anything. I'm just telling you, you're hurting yourself by comparing what you could have with someone to a broken relationship that was broken from the start. They were forced into a marriage. I feel that. No, I'm an oracle. There's a difference. I don't talk to dead people. They're all asleep. I don't speak to dead people. Don't ask me to, and don't get me to try. I don't talk to dead people. Even if one tried to talk to me, I know what it is. It's a fake spirit trying to appear as a somebody's loved one. Period. Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, where I get messages from. Period. I'm a child of God, of Jesus Christ. That's where these messages come from. They don't come from no spirits coming in and saying stuff or no kind of bullshit like that, okay? It's about all kinds of stuff. I have all kinds of topics I talk about. Look, this Queen of Swords is about to receive some kind of message. It says you win. Message of success. It says, look, smile, because something's coming to you publicly. Fast. From a King of Wands. He's going to give you everything. King of Wands is about to give you some kind of reward or something. Look. It's going to give you everything. Looks like he's taking it from the cops. I swear to God, it looks like he's taking it from the cops. Look, because the cops are corrupt. Money laundering. The justice system is corrupt. Because this is envy. The justice system is corrupt. I don't know what you mean, 8 of God. Holy Spirit fills me up. I don't eat nothing. What are you talking about, 8 of God? Says some kind of corrupt justice system is about to get busted. And you're going to get everything. It says Page of Coins. Because you exposed it. Yeah, this is some kind of dream, wishes coming true. You exposed something. It says the Hierophant. 9 of Wands in reverse is success to the 7 of Wands on the right path. Somebody in this justice system signed, it looks like they signed something fraudulently. God almighty. I just had a moment. Like they put some kind of fake charges on you or something. Something to do with fake charges. It says the Queen of Wands, which is two-sided. Something's two-sided. It says 10 of Swords and the World. Somebody put some kind of fake charges on you or something. Like try to make out like you were some kind of criminal. Looks like it was the cops. I know that happened to me more than 3 times. I ain't done nothing. Nothing at all. I ain't done shit. That's crazy. Something's moving fast with a Chariot, the 10 of Coins. Something's coming towards you fast. Real fast. It's going to come out of nowhere. It's Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 10 of Coins. It says Serendipity, 4 of Cups, and the 3 of Cups. Somebody wants to collaborate with you on whatever this topic or subject. Maybe ask you questions. Somebody wants to collaborate with you. The reading is about a fan. I'm trying to tell y'all. This reading is about a fan that's just like you. That somebody, they may have come across you in the past and saw you as competition. You understand? And they've come back around. Something's come full circle, and they're seeing that you've been through the same thing as they have. Some kind of collaboration. All right, what does collective need to know out of these cards? What is the outcome? What is the outcome for this, this, looks like true love fucking combination coming together. What's the outcome? Thank you, Holy Spirit. What's the outcome? What is the outcome in this situation right here? It says you're going to move on with an emperor. Queen of Swords. Signing some kind of contract. Getting justice. Why did it take so long for that to come out? You're in good standing. Your reputation is intact. And everything, you're about to sign some kind of contract or be given a contract that is meant for you. That one wants to come. Signing a contract again. Justice again. Coming in from divine. You're getting divine justice. Period. Last card out for the outcome. Final card for the outcome. Final card for this outcome. Whoa. I'm going to leave them on top of my thumb. We got the 8 of coins. Some kind of work. It says something's not finished yet. It says, but you're on the right path. Keep going. Something's not over. This is some kind of offer about some kind of contract. But something's not over. So some kind of contract is going to bring in justice from divine. 7 of Wands. Clarify. Yeah. Looks like you're going to work for the government. That's what it looks like. Possibly the both of y'all. Look. Something's mirroring. Somebody wants you to be the front person. Well, I'm telling you, they want you to be in the front. The lead person. Something must have happened with this emperor, and he might not want to be doing what he was doing and has some kind of another idea. Yeah, he's got some kind of plan in the works, but he wants you to be the face or the front or it looks like he wants to change careers and go into something else. But he wants to elope or marry you. Looks like he's coming in the dark. Thank you so much. Hold on, I can't see it. Thank you. You're very, very welcome. You're very welcome. Somebody wants to get part with you. Work. It's something to do with work. And being a star. 2 1s making a bigger star. Undercover. Yep. There's something to do with some type of... Okay, when I say undercover, that don't mean that you dress up and you go out on the strip and you bust fucking johns and shit, okay? I'm not saying that kind of undercover. It feels like it's some kind of detective work, but I want to say it's something to do with like a spiritual detective work. Like possibly going to like places people claim are haunted. A lot of times their haunting is in them. Like it's attached to them. A lot of times it's not a haunting as so much as it's within their own fear. And so they manifest like noises and shit falling and stuff like that. Do you understand? I don't know why it feels like that, because the dead are asleep, y'all. I don't care if they was mean or good, if they was bad, if they was good. They're asleep until Judgment Day. What you deal with, if you hear spirits or you hear grandma or what have you, that's not your grandma. It's either an angel giving you a message coming in a form that you're accepting of, or it's a demonic spirit trying to steer you in the wrong path. You got to use your own discernment on that. It's not a dead person that you used to know. They're asleep. Believe your Bible. That's all I can tell you. Your Bible tells you this. Believe your Bible. Okay? Can I tell you if you're going to get into it? Spiritual healing of what? You mean Reiki? Reiki is very, very hard. Reiki is very difficult. I mean, you really got to kind of almost be a nun to do Reiki. I want to say this. This is not just a willy-nilly kind of work. The spiritual work, the spiritual path, the spiritual healing. It's not willy-nilly. You can't just... You got to be strong. You got to be strong. Okay? Also, you have to have a lot of knowledge. I know this sounds way out there, but you have to have a lot of knowledge of the actual physical body to do spiritual healing, if that makes sense. So get knowledge and studying on the body, how the muscles work. You can do it. Okay. In my case, I've been studying the body all my life. My body. How does this make me feel? How does that make me feel? How does, when I do my hand across my arm right here, make me feel? How does it feel right here? Does it feel the same? When I call it the light touch. I don't know how else to say it. But I was trying to study Reiki, and it's difficult because there's so much stuff you have to give up. But and learn the technique. I can take my hands and just barely touch my fingertips on the person, on their body when they're relaxed. I can feel like the heat, the spiritual heat. I can feel it. And I know that's a place but I can pinpoint why that spot is taking everything, because it's something over here that's hurting. So I go to this something over here. These people think it hurts right here, but it don't hurt right there. It's this over here causing stress to build up in this spot. Do you understand? I know a lot about myself and my own body to be able to help someone else in their pain or injury or whatever it may be. And I know you don't know me, but I don't take pain pills and medicine and shit like that, and I never have. Never. They may have given it to me, and I might have took one or two, like, you know, when certain things, like when I broke my ribs and broke my collarbone, that kind of shit. But I'm not one to take pain medicine and stuff like that, so I'm very, very, very aware of how my body feels as it's healing. Like, when I broke my collarbone, they didn't even give me an aspirin, them motherfuckers. And my arm was just dangling. It was just dangling. I couldn't even, there was no way of lifting it up. It was just dangling there. And every day, no pills, no nothing. It would take me an hour and a half to lift my arm up like this, up over my head, and end it up like this. Okay? It took me an hour and a half to do that. Because I wouldn't take no pain pills. I was healed. The doctor couldn't even believe it. I was healed within like a month and a half. When it takes several months for that shit to heal. It could take up a year. I was healed because I know how my pain feels, and I know how I can overcome it or what have you in order to heal myself. Yes, you can take, anybody has the power to cast out demons in Jesus' name. Anybody. We all can do it. All of us can cast those demons out in Jesus' name. Every single one of us, because we have the Holy Spirit within us. Do you understand? We all can do what Jesus did. And some of us are going to even do more than what he did. He said it himself. Just saying. Yeah, not necessarily regenerate, just to heal up and that and that and that. But you got to know how you're, okay. And if you're like, someone gets hurt, or there's somebody's hurt or what have you, you automatically know how it feels because you've been through it, and you automatically know what you can do to ease it and to soothe it without shoving a bunch of pills in there. Like, I've jammed all my fingers playing basketball so many times. I know if you just put a little splint on it, it'll heal it. You can even still play basketball. Just keep your fingers straight. You understand? But I know if you don't put that splint on there, and you still trying to play basketball, you ain't gonna be very good, because that motherfucking shit gonna hurt. Okay? Hands are hot. Mm-hmm. It's happening right now. I could feel it. I felt it today. That's weird that you said that about the hands. Because I've showed y'all this before. My hands will get red splotches on them. I can feel it happening today. They feel real red. They start feeling real hot. And that's a sign that I need to, like, I'm supposed to be touching something and healing it. Probably this dog right here. I heal him all the time. He loves me. Poor thing. He loves me. Something about somebody was trying to do some kind of black magic on a love spell. Oh, something's backfiring on somebody because it didn't work. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all are highly collective. We are highly, highly protected. Highly protected from divine. Divine is ushering this in. They're not going to let nothing happen to you while it's going on. Do you understand? But with saying that, perspective says that somebody did me wrong and broke my part on my car. Perspective says that. Right? But spiritual perspective, I go, why am I still sitting here? Like, because, I had the part and everything. God could have just, So I say, why am I still sitting here? There's a purpose. There's a reason behind it. Something has to be resolved, or there's got to be some type of, I feel like that there's something in the works going on somewhere that I'm not around, that I've got to be close enough for them to contact me or get to me or whatever it is. Because I'm here for some reason. I was never coming back to Georgia ever again. But here I'm sitting here in this place that I was led to. There's a reason for all of that. No, you shouldn't have been gone a long time ago, or you would have been. If you should have been gone a long time ago, you wouldn't be here with us talking and having this conversation right now. So, God's timing, God don't, I'm telling you, you're supposed to be here. I'm going to tell you, Firefly, get your fucking nose out of your son's fucking marriage. Stay out of it. Stay the fuck out of it. Okay? You love your son and you love his wife, and stay the fuck out of their marriage. Don't matter what you thought or seen or whatever, what you assume. You stay out of that marriage. If he keeps bringing you in it, you're going to tell him you're going to move in and you're going to be a part of the whole fucking marriage if he keeps bringing you in it. He ain't going to want that. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Stay out of your son's marriage. Let him do whatever he wants to do. Like, let them do what they're going to do. That's not for you. That's not your path. That's for you to love them and support whatever, but don't assume things and stuff like that, and don't get involved. Just say, I love you, son. I hope you get it worked out. Okay. I love you, son. Hope it all works out for you. Pretty much. Right. And God has you here still for a reason. You understand? You got purpose. Because, like you said, you should have been gone a long time ago. Motherfuckers tried to literally kill me more than once. And here I am. Still me. Let's see what we got on these letters. Y'all take what resonates. It says, he, we be. We be something on the web. On the web. Now, remember that this has to do with our reading, not the discussion we had about the child. Well, it could have a little bit to do with the discussion. Something to do with childhood trauma. We got times, food. Hold on a minute. Web food. Let me get them all out. Jim and Tim. Time. Times and divided. That's like something should have been shared, or something's going to be shared equally. Hot Jim. Hot Jim. Is Jim hot? I don't know. It says got web. Got food. Got food. We got food. We got food when big job. Big job. Something on a big job. What is the food about? Hot food. When I'm... Oh, Lord. That's saying something to me, y'all. I don't want to even talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, we got hot food when I'm big. When he big. New. Big new. Cozy. Cozy? No, there's no Y. Let me look. Hot. Hot. No food, hot food. Not food. Not food. What are you talking about? MJ. MJ. Something about a gym. It says gym twice, two different ways. Ice. Gym. Ice. What are you talking about? This is talking crazy. It says witch. Okay. The witch ran some kind of restaurant. Not witch, no witch. No witch. Mood. Mood of. Do. Big. Do me big. Do me on. Bed. Of. One bed of. I don't know, it says Mitch. Who? Who go bed? Who go on bed? Mitch, go on bed. John. John go. Bet. Bet. Michelle. So John and Bet. John and Michelle had a bet. Or Mitchell. How. He's on his chain. He's under my car on his chain. Okay. It says in the bed. On the bed. On the bed. What? Jim, John. I bet God. That the devil bet God that he could make Job fall from grace, but he couldn't. That sounds like a devil bet, don't it? I bet God. John of Job. Look at that, y'all. Are we talking about the devil here? What? Now I tone him. Now I tone him some kind of niche. Like this is a niche, like a some kind of hiding place. This is something of bitch. Bitched on job. Someone bitched on job. It says home. I'm home now. Somebody quit their job. It says I'm done. I'm down. Go down. Me go down. Bitch. The way I said that, y'all, I said bitch. It's Joe. Joe bitched on Joe bitched. Bitched on home. What? He bitched it. Go home. Do own it. I do own it. So somebody does own, somebody lied to you. Somebody owned something and they said somebody else was the owner. Why? It says thief. To thief. Thief. Down. Go down. Thief go down. Combs. Tommy Combs? Good. Hope he does. For the highest good. It's all for the highest good, y'all. The GIF. The GIF. If the job comes down. If the job comes down. Hide me. Hide. Hide. Go hide. Went. Something about dying. Won't die. Go hide. Won't die. Won't die. What it says. I'll go hide. Shit. Ain't no shame in my game. I hide like a motherfucker. I'll be like one of them motherfuckers that pull a bunch of pine straw over my ass and be laying this pine straw, not breathing. They say go hide. Something about Jody. It keeps talking about somebody named Jody. Jody or Joni. Joni. Joni works for the fire department. There's some kind of new job. It's talking about a new job. Somebody quit their old job. Something about coding or a code. Coding. Don't know why. I'm not a coder. I'm not going to be a coder. I don't want to be a coder. I would have been already a coder. I'm not, that's not my thing. That's not my niche. So you can code for somebody else. Code of job. Okay, so there's somebody took an oath. I'm new. I'm new of job. Got it. Got it on one man, woman, women. Somebody got fidget. Women fidget. The fuck? Find me. Find me. Town. In town. To find me in town. Cahootin. Wind. Wind me. Wind me. Fog. Okay. Y'all take this as it resonates, because stuff comes out sometimes. It's just something about entombed. Entombed. Both of. Both. Me. Both of me. Both of me. Two of me. He said two of me. Jog. And me. Mend with both. Mend with both. Hooves. There's a hoof out here. Something about boots. A booth. Fend me. I'm fend. Woman. Defend woman. Girlfriend. I'm the girlfriend. I'm the wife. Somebody got married and didn't tell nobody, and they lying and saying they ain't married. Somebody's married and they're lying about it, y'all. That's done come out too many times. They married somebody they didn't love for money, and now they're married and they're acting single and saying that they're single. It keeps on coming out. It says, I'm the girlfriend. I'm the wife. Go home. What it says. Go home. End it. Somebody's ending the marriage because something about a fit. Bow to the fit. Alright, y'all. That's what I got, man. Hinged. Hitched. It says hitched. Like someone went and got fucking married and didn't tell nobody. I swear it's saying that. If I'm in, it says a secret about to be revealed. Bow moon, the bow moon, bow moon. Some kind of moon witchcraft. Bode. Code of the witch. That's what it says. Take that as it resonates. And we got good. Be good. Something about God. Be good to be good to women. Be good to women. To mine. Be good to mine. Oh, Lord, I ain't trying to play these fucking games with these people, man. I'm ready to go. White gown. Be mine. It says be mine. It says white gown. Something about a white gown. It says God. White gown. Mob, body. Mood. FBI. Own tech. Golly, that's... You know who ain't been out here in a minute is Elon. But I just felt Elon when it said that. Own tech. Own it. Own it. Own the tech. Own the tech. Alright, there it is, y'all. Something about a foot, meaning a step forward, or putting a foot in it, or something. It says something about debt. In debt. In no debt. In debt. Go home. Go mow. Something in town. We got Chief. That's crazy. Chief was in debt and accepted money for some kind of fraud, knowing that it was wrong. I believe that, because this motherfucker got a bitch pregnant that he wasn't in love with, because he's a swinger. Take what resonates. I'm done with them. Got Mitch Cook out there. I can't believe it says that. It says Mitch Cook out there, y'all. Just saying. It says that name is out there, and I know that person. That's so crazy. That's so fucking crazy. Whew. The magical girl returns. Y'all take what resonates. What? Oh, I lost it. Oh, shit. I lost the page that I was on. What did that say? It says, from somewhere in the distance. From somewhere in the distance, y'all. Take that as it resonates. That's so crazy. Right. Alright, let's see what all it says. It says, which reminded me, what magical girl was I? Which reminded me, what magical girl was I? One with a very insignificant ability, probably. My hand fondled the credit card talisman in my pocket, which I didn't even remember bringing with me to the interview. Ro will find out soon enough anyway, that someone as cool as her is too good for the likes of me. The thought made my heart ache. So somebody's confidence is that they don't feel like that they can approach you, or you may not feel like you can them or something. Somebody's confidence is low. But believe it or don't, this magical girl that she don't know what her magic power is, she saves the world. She ends up saving the world. Then it says the magical girl retires. And from that day forward, the magical girl of time was powerless, said the chairperson. She cleared her throat and asked, "Ask how you did it?" I fiddled with my teacup in its saucer. "I just wished for it," I replied in a small voice. "I just wish she wasn't the magical girl of time anymore." "What? You wished for it?" Yeah, that's what I wished for. It says everyone sitting there gave a sigh or a gasp or a scoff. The sudden respiration being expelled into the air created a tremor across the surface of my tea. Then is she the magical girl of wishes? That sounds a little too vague. This meeting was to determine whether the magical girl of time really was vanquished and to figure out what to call me. It was like a job interview, I guess. It says somebody's getting a job interview because you're getting a new job. And it says, I looked around at the executive level magic girls and Ro mouthed, "Don't be nervous." I tentatively raised my hand and spoke up. If it's helpful, I can demonstrate my power for you." It says, "Here?" I could feel the tension in the air. Sure, they only knew me as a magical girl who had taken away another person's power, and that was bound to make them nervous. But my ability really wasn't anything like that. To not give them any more time to think about it, I brought out my talisman and said, "I want the cheapest 500 milliliter of bottled water you can find." A water bottle appeared before me, and I tapped my phone to open my internet banking app, then placed it on the table so everyone could see it. If I ask for a bottle of water, my wish will come true in the most reasonable and cheapest way possible. I always pay the price. The money is deducted from my bank account. In my hands is a water bottle, but I haven't moved a muscle. The cashier at the store probably has my credit card transaction on file, and if I get a refund, they'll have that on file as well. The chairperson steepled her fingers on the front of her, in front of her, and with a voice coming down from her diaphragm, murmured, "A magical girl who pays the price." That sounds like me. If that resonates with y'all, hit that like button. Because god dang, if I use my powers, I gotta pay the price too. It says, if I ask for something ridiculously expensive like a ring from Tiffany's or a watch from Cartier, I might find myself missing a kidney or a cornea. I don't have the money to buy those kinds of things. Can't you ask for your kidney or cornea back? If I do, the ring and the watch would be taken away, or other organ. So you can have anything you please, but the risk is that you don't know what price you'll pay. I glanced at Ro and then nodded. Yes. You know, said Ro, many magical girls seem to have lost their powers or found them diminished that day. Maybe all of them. For example, the harbor mirror is just an ordinary mirror now. Maybe that's why the Agahan collapsed as well. Choi Heejin owned the space, and now she's powerless. Maybe as a price for the magical girl of time giving up her powers, most magical girls had to give up some of their power as well, to maintain the balance of the magical girl power in the world. We'll have to wait to see if they'll recover one day. Then it says, perhaps. Take what resonates. We're gonna get victory, period, okay? Just period. Sometimes when we use our powers, we have to pay the price for it, okay? But we're at a balance with that negative and our positive on that, so we're good with that. I'll pay the price for justice. I want justice. That is my goal. I want justice. I want justice in this situation. For me, for collective, and anybody else who's went through it. I want justice. It's the Magical Girl of Time retires. They got a book called The Magical Girl of Time. This is called The Magical Girl of Time retires. Or a Magical Girl retires. The Magical Girl of Time was forced to. Because she was mad. She was abusing her power. Somebody was abusing their powers. You know what I mean? But yeah, I want justice in the situation. I mean, you know, being by myself don't bother me too much. It's all the fucking attacks against me that are unjust. That they just won't stop. I mean, I can't help it if I'm so fucking wonderful that these motherfuckers are jealous of me. How is that my fucking fault? I do not know how that's my fault. I don't. But they're jealous as fuck of me and won't stop. It's retarded. Because I'm not jealous of them at all. I'm not no kind of jealous of them. And they did all this for material shit. That's what kills me. Like, really? You know that you're going to lose that shit one day. I don't give a fuck who you are. That shit you try to hang on to and squeeze onto so tightly, you lose that shit. It's going to be gone. You can't even take it to heaven with you. Just saying. Yeah, it's my light. It irritates them. You know what? At one time, I went to a psychiatrist. At this certain time, I went to this psychiatrist guy. And he wasn't really a psychiatrist. I don't know what he was. My therapist or whatever the fuck. I was made to go to him. So I went to him. And he told me plainly, because I told him, when I first started going to him, I told him, I said, when I go in places, like when I go into the fucking Walmart or something, like every head in the fucking place turns and looks at me. I don't understand that. I'd tell him that. And he'd say, it's because you're a light. He would just say that all the time. He'd say, because you're a light. That's why. He said, you light up the whole fucking room when you walk in there. Even if you're in a bad mood. I'd be like, because I glow. It's hard to explain. And I'd be frustrated with it. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like frustrated with that shit. You know, like, why are motherfuckers staring at me? You know what I'm saying? Why they all gotta look at me? I ain't done nothing. You know, because I'm kind of... It's really hard to explain me. It's really hard. I'm shy. I'm real shy. But I'm extroverted at the same time. It's really hard to explain me. Because I'm kind of a shy person. I don't like to be in the spotlight and that kind of shit. Unless the spotlight's up there and I walk up there and stand under it. I don't care to be just the spotlight shining on me constantly. I don't care for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna be me. If I gotta fart, motherfuckers, bet. Y'all gonna hear it because I'm gonna fart. I'm not gonna hold it back. That's just unhealthy. I'm just saying, there ain't no shame in my game. I'm not ashamed of me living in this car and the things that I have to do to live in this car. I'm not ashamed of that. This car, or a car or vehicle, I feel so much safer in my vehicle than I do in a fucking apartment or a house. Or I feel safe in my car, and it feels like somehow right. I can't even explain it. I feel safe and comfortable, and all my shit is right here at my fucking hand. Anything that I fucking want is right at my hand. And let me tell you something funny. Y'all probably think it's funny. I think it's normal, regular for me. I've lived in a closet, paid rent to live in a closet. I lived in a closet in a room. The room didn't, it was like a storage room, like a room where people, they stored all their shit. The closet was empty. I lived in the closet. Motherfuckers would come to their house, the people who let me live in the closet. Motherfuckers would come to their house to see them and end up in my fucking closet sitting in there with me. And the motherfuckers that they come to see would be pissed the fuck off because they got a whole fucking house for their company to come hang out with them. And they sitting in my closet with me. She couldn't stand that. The same scenario goes on with me sitting in this car. I don't try to be going inside people's houses and shit. Like, I stay in my car, man. Why is it a problem? I don't cause a scene or nothing. I'm gonna stay in my car. But because I do that, motherfuckers come to my car and sit. They'll get a chair and put their chair beside my car right here, or they'll stand right there and talk to me. And they'll look in here and go, God dang, you got everything in here, JEANBEAN. I say, I know. I don't need anything. I mean, if I was a wanting person, I could see. But I'm not a wanting person. Give me some clothes to put on my ass. Give me somewhere where I can clean sometimes. And food. I gotta travel though, and I gotta have my weed. Just those things, I'll be good. But yeah, I gotta have my weed. June 23rd was what, my birthday? My birthday's June 23rd. Oh, you talking about farting? I don't got to fart right now. Just kidding with y'all. You got weed in your bedroom. Come on over here, Stacy. Come down here to Hogansville, Georgia, and smoke one with me. I need you too bad. I asked 3 people today for damn weed, and ain't nobody showed up yet. Also, let me say this. You know what, Robin? You're right. And President Trump is trying to have us all arrested. Because we're what they call homeless. But I'm not homeless. I have money and I have all the things I need. I don't have to ask nobody for much. Unless I get out there and tear up my car. Then I do. Then I gotta ask people for help. But he's seeing that as there's fixing to be a very much there won't be no more blue collar. We're gonna be rich against the poor. There's more poor than there are rich, so the rich better watch the fuck out, is all I got to say. They want to fucking draw a line. Draw that line, bitch. Because we're all fucking been living in the real world. We can whoop your asses. Bunch of chumps. I'm just saying. When the poor people fucking figure that shit out, that we're actually the ones in control, The fucking ones in the charge are fucked up. They're fixing to fucking lose, is all I got to say. The meek and the humble will inherit the earth. And it's gonna be a hell of a fucking hard for the rich man to get into heaven. When you see camels going through the eye of a needle, that's when a rich man got into heaven. I ain't never seen no camel go through the eye of a needle. Well, I don't even think camel hair can fit through the eye of a needle. It's so thick. I'm just saying. But there's a lot more of us than they are them. That's why they're all doing it right now and doing it. They did it during COVID, okay? Mark Zuckerberg. Elon might have done it. I don't know if Elon done it or not. Bill Gates. A bunch of the rich elites built underground bunkers. But it talks about that in my Bible too. It says that they'll try to hide in caves. They're not going to be able to hide. Okay? But they built big old bunkers. Bunch of them. Bunch of, like, Hollywood and stuff. They all went and built bunkers. Because they know something's coming. I know something's coming. I've known something's coming all my life. I'll be alive to see Jesus come from the clouds, from the sky. I just feel that more than anything. I felt it all my life. I was placed here on this planet. That's what I felt like. I was placed here to do this mission. And all I've been doing is like training, like going through warrior training or something. Because I'm about to have to use that shit. You know what I'm saying? I swear it feels that way. Yeah, we asked to be here. We're magical. We asked to be here. Because I know who I am in the spiritual realm. I'm very powerful. Extremely powerful. Okay? Like I'm in charge of shit. Of things. Okay? I know who I am in the spiritual realm. I came here because of who I am in the spiritual realm. Okay? I don't give a fuck about no gun. You ain't gonna need no gun. You can forget about guns. Fucking get that shit out of your fucking head. Your biggest weapon is the name of Jesus Christ. Ain't about no fucking gun. It ain't about no arrow. It ain't about no weapon of destruction. That's not what kind of fight we're fighting. We're fighting powers and principalities. It ain't a knife and a gun fight. It's powers and principalities. Okay? I don't need no gun neither. I done been... Shit. I done stood up against motherfuckers. All of them had a gun and I didn't. I said, use it, bitch. Go ahead. Shit, they better not try to break in. You need to put some salt in front of your door. Put some salt in front of your door and bless your doorway. Bless your pathway. Salt does absorb negative energies, y'all. It really does. That's a real thing. 3 break-ins. You need to move. What the fuck are you still doing there? What are you still doing there? Is it your lifestyle? Yeah, salt. Use salt. It doesn't have to be sea salt neither. Who's breaking in your door? Okay, well, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different story, your daughter. You gonna shoot your daughter? that what you got a gun for? Even if she did break you in, would you shoot her? I go over there and whoop her fucking ass is what I do. That little bitch know that she don't break in my fucking house. I whoop her ass. I don't care what she had. I don't care what kind of weapon she had. I'd whip her fucking ass. My daughter. She broke in my fucking shit. I wouldn't get a gun. I wouldn't get a gun. But if there's drunks and shit around, you don't really need a gun for the drunk. You can push them down on the ground. They'll stay down there. I don't know. I'm not a big... Listen, I'm good with shooting a gun and that, and I can understand the whole gist of the exhilaration of shooting the gun and that. But I believe you bring a weapon that you're more than likely going to get hurt by that weapon than anybody for some reason. I don't know why. I guess because I have faith in God. I don't know. I never felt like I needed a weapon. Like the other day when them two girls trying to jump me and shit. That shit was funny. I was even laughing in the middle of the fight because I couldn't help it. Okay? Because that girl kept picking up a weapon. Like she was going to try to hurt me with it. I wasn't moving or nothing. I didn't have no weapon. I was just standing there watching her hurt herself with that weapon. And then she dropped, she put that down, picked up another weapon, cut her fucking hand open, and ended up fucking cutting her foot open too. And I was laughing. I was going, you need to stop fucking picking up weapons. You're going to hurt yourself. I told her. She ended up leaving here bleeding all over the place, and I didn't have a scratch. So, I don't know what that... They tried to jump me. They pulled my hair. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, I was laughing at them. Like, you're hurting yourself, girl. You need to stop... I said, you need to tell her to stop picking up weapons because she's going to hurt herself. She might die. Your daddies. Well, that's all good and dandy. Don't hold on to them just because they was your daddies. I'm just saying. I don't know why. I mean, I get it, I guess. I get it. Your grandma gave it to you, daddy gave it to you, whatever. Gotta keep it, blah, 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 blah. I guarantee you, when you pass away, they're going to be nothing. They're going to be nobodies. They're going to probably be in a pawn shop or left in a house somewhere or sitting in a shed somewhere. I'm just telling you. You say your son can have them. What if he grows up to be a felon? What, you going to get him put in jail for having your daddy's guns? That's usually the case. I mean, I'm just sorry. I ain't trying to say your son's gonna be a felon. I'm just saying, if he gets in any kind of fucking trouble, he can't be around your daddy's guns. And if he has possession of them, his ass is going to jail. Period. But you can give them to your son. Yeah, he's a good guy. My sister's a good person. She's sitting in jail right now, but she's a good person. She just does some stuff that's jail worthy. That don't mean she's not a good person. But her boyfriend had guns, and she wasn't supposed to be around. They was his daddy's guns. But he's not supposed to be around them neither. They got them. They have them, and she's in jail. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. That's the reason that she got looked at in the first place. And then it caught her for what she was doing. But that's the reason she got looked at in the first place. Because of her boyfriend's daddy's guns. That she didn't have nothing to do with. You know. She didn't have nothing to do with her boyfriend's daddy's guns. But they was in the house. And she got busted with possession of them. They wasn't hers. You know. Yeah. Let's hope you don't have to give them your guns anytime soon. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I ain't got nothing that really against guns. I don't think that the government should be able to take them away. I believe in having the right to carry a gun. I believe in that. Having your rights to carry one. But I don't know about having a gun just laying around the house in case you break in and find your gun. You know what I mean? I don't know. That just ain't my thing. The way I see most of my life, if God intends me to get hurt or whatever in that situation, then I'll be hurt. But I trust that God's not going to let me get hurt in a situation. I just trust it. I stood up on a bed in a room full of 15 gang members. Told them to get the fuck out of that room. And they left. They all had guns and knives and shit on them. I said, they said, what you gonna do? I said, this is what I'm gonna motherfucking do. I showed them crazy guys. Them motherfuckers was gone. They was gone. They kept telling me I was a crazy bitch. I'm a crazy bitch. You crazy bitch? I said, yeah, call me a bitch again. I guarantee you every single one of them regret underestimating me. For sure. Those gang members. I guarantee you to this day, 15 years ago, to this day, they regret fucking underestimating me. They stole my car. Had me locked up for no reason. I was sitting in jail. I got out of jail and found my car. I was walking and found my car. Yeah, I live in Georgia. And I went and found my car, and the motherfuckers we're talking about one person here. An old lady at that. Went and found my car. I called them out. Motherfuckers, come out here and give me my keys to my car. And they wouldn't even come out the door. They was all hiding, peeking out the blinds and shit. I said, well, okay, y'all better see a show. I tried for about 40 minutes or something to make them come outside, and they wouldn't. So when they wouldn't, I broke into my own car, and I cut every fucking wire, slashed every tire, busted the windows. I didn't give a fuck. I wasn't going to leave it there for them to drive around. They couldn't either. That shit got towed. I got a notification about a month and a half later that it got towed. No, I don't care. They want to play with me. I guess they thought I was scared. I don't know. I wasn't scared none. And they found that out real fast that I wasn't scared at all. I wasn't scared because I feel like that if God wanted to put fear on me about that shit, I wasn't scared. There wasn't no nervous or even... I knew exactly I was going to go over there, either get my keys or fuck that car up. One of the two. And that's what it did. Doug. Doug and your faggot ass. Doug swore that I stole, listen to this now, of all fucking things, a girl that he had over at his apartment, her panties. Why in fuck would I steal nasty ass fucking whore panties? Okay? I told that motherfucker, I ain't stealing no goddamn panties. I ain't got no fucking use of whore's panties. Okay? One thing, I don't wear a thong. I wear cotton panties. Okay? What are you talking about? And that motherfucker had my car stolen. I know who you are, Doug. Undercover cop, Doug. I ain't interested at all in you. Just like I wasn't interested in you then and told you I wasn't. Period. Oh, Doug from Louisiana. I should say like that, right? Makes turtle soup. You see any fear in this fucking eye? Because this one don't give a shit. I'm just telling you. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of none of y'all. I'm not afraid of all of y'all together. I'm still just one person. And I'm still alive. See? And smiling. And staying golden at that. I don't give a fuck. If I'm supposed to die from something, then I'm going to die from it. If I'm not supposed to die from it, I'm going to do all I can to do what God says to do. The right thing. Period. But, you know, I can't help what other people's point of view is. All I can do is the right thing. What God says to do. It says, in the land of your nativity, I will pour out my indignation on you. I will blow against you with the fire of my wrath, and deliver you into the hands of the brutal men who are skillfully to destroy. You shall be fuel for the fire. Your blood shall be in the midst of the land. You shall not be remembered, for I am the Lord, and I have spoken. This is to those who have made your iniquity to be remembered, in that your transgressions are uncovered, so that in all your doings your sins will appear. Those who want to be infamous for their crimes, he's going to wipe them out and not even be remembered. He's going to wipe them out completely, their seed and everything. Just saying. It says, now to you, O profane, wicked prince of Israel, whose day has come, whose iniquity shall end. Thus says the Lord God. It says, remove that turban and take off that crown. Nothing shall remain the same. Exalt the humble, and the humble are exalted. Overthrown, overthrown. I will make it overthrown. It shall be no longer until he comes whose right it is, and I will give it to him. Gonna give that crown. Gonna tell whoever thought that they was in charge. Take that crown off. It belongs to collective. It's not yours to be wearing. You're gonna be in charge of something. You're gonna be left in charge of something, collective. I'm telling you. Everything points to it. Everything. Alright, y'all. I guess I'm done with this reading. If it resonates with y'all or anything I said during the reading, there ain't no such thing as coincidences. So, whatever, if it resonated with you, if I talked about something and it resonated with you, leave something down in the comments. Share the videos with somebody you think might need to hear it. Because I say a lot of things and a lot of profound things, okay, to make you think, okay? I can't teach nobody nothing. All I can do is make you think, okay? And you already have the answers within you. That's already come out. You have the answers. When you ask the question, read it out loud to yourself, and you got the answer. Understand? Thank you. Thank you so much, Firefly. Alright, y'all. Y'all hit that bell. Get rid of them demons. Also, hit subscribe. Hit the like button. Stay golden. You ready to get in here now? Oh, come on, then. We've been abandoned again, hadn't we? Fuckers. To be honest with y'all, I don't know if I want to be in no fucking relationship. I mean, sometimes I think, well, yeah, it'd be nice to have a partner. I think I just want a friend. I'm just saying. I didn't live through all that relationship bullshit. I don't know. If they're a spectacular friend, I might make them a relationship. But I think I just want a friend to share the world with. Anyway, y'all, I'm carrying on. I gotta go use the restroom. Light and love, y'all. I'll see you on the flip side. Stay golden. I love y'all.